Hi, everyone. I'm here again with Dr. Nario for our weekly little discussion. Thanks for being with us as always, Dr. Nario.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for having me again. Always a pleasure.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about exercise. And with your background, you come from an athletic performance type. People may not know that about you, but in your younger days, so you're an exerciser. Combining that with your holistic, functional type medical background, let's talk about exercise from that perspective. And some things people don't know. We'll be on here all day if we talk about all the benefits of exercise. But let me just ask you about a few different things that I know exercise helps that might surprise people. So first, mental health. Can exercise affect your mental health? How does it do it?
Well, Steve, thank you for the compliment. I do exercise a little bit, but yeah, I do a lot of more of a. It doesn't show though, but more of the cardio stuff. But here's the thing,
Next time, wear a tank top.
just to show off muscles. But here, the thing here is with exercise. I mean, there's so many definitions of what exercise is. But the thing here, the simplest thing that I tell patients would be, it's any physical activity promoting health and well-being. So it's very general, right? And again, increasing exercise is one thing that I always want to see with patients is in relation to burning calories. The thing there is most of the time you will hear the definition of, oh, I'm working. My work is like in the office. I'm walking a lot, and definitely I'm like doing my steps as they record that. So I tell them, I really want that heart rate to go up, and also most of the time you really have to give time and allot time for exercise. Thus, may it be resistance training or cardio training, so that you can get the systemic effect and benefits of real exercise. Not just like I'm putting paper on the shelf and light stuff that you do at work. So that's definitely. I mean, I wouldn't say that that's exercise.
Right. Okay.
Right. Oh, okay. Sorry.
So that's a definition. So how does it affect mental health?
Right. So again, with mental health, the one that I really want to focus on now with my patients would be, so it's common depression. You see that a lot, especially during the COVID pandemic. The thing here is studies have shown that actually exercise is actually as effective as any type of traditional intervention against depression, meaning even medications. That's how effective exercise is. And why? One of the better things that I want to emphasize there would be endorphins. As you exercise, you create endorphins, which are what we call the feel-good hormones. This is what makes you happy. This is what makes you like go every day and have that motivation. So this is a natural way to be happier and also cheaper and safer. And also when you exercise, there's a balance of good neurotransmitters in your brain, such as serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin is known to, if pushed to the limit or imbalance, depression. That's why when you have a good exercise regimen, you're definitely going to have, for example, you're going to heal that gut. That gut heals on blood flow. And as blood flow now happens, growth factors, healing factors, cements that gut up. And all these good bacteria will now start creating all these good neurotransmitter hormones, such as serotonin, to balance everything out.
Okay, yeah, it's like I said, we could go on forever about all the benefits, but that's gives us good insight on how it can help you mentally in so many different ways. So, what about sleep? I know that a lot of people are like, how do you connect that? Oh, you just worked out so hard, you got tired and fell asleep. It's more to it than that, isn't it? So, how can exercise affect our sleep?
Well, Steve, you're right. Sleep is kind of like, how did that even get connected? The body sleep wake cycle follows like a 24-hour period, and it's controlled by an internal body clock. As part of this cycle is the hormone called melatonin. So melatonin is actually released in the evening, right? When we feel tired. But the thing here is exercise during the day actually leads to earlier release of melatonin, so that when you get into bed before sleeping, you already have that surge of melatonin, which comes from the pineal gland, which makes you fall asleep quicker. The thing here, though, here's one thing that I guess the common person does not know. that aerobic exercise is actually shown to affect melatonin production more than actual weightlifting or resistance exercise. So again, the studies are very small still with resistance exercise, but it doesn't hinder me to tell patients, hey, if you want to exercise and it's resistance, if you want to promote sleep through that, just do it, regardless of aerobic or non-aerobic. But studies have actually backed up more of on the aerobic exercise.
Interesting. Okay, now this one is maybe a little more obvious to a lot of people, and they can connect it a little better. But okay, but blood pressure. Exercise will affect your blood pressure. And if you could explain how it can affect our blood pressure, and I'm interested to know what you've seen as far as some of your patients, they start exercising, and how much did that lower their blood pressure with just exercise alone? So if you have any reference to that, that would be interesting. So tell us about exercise and blood pressure.
Steve, with exercise, I have seen in just a week, this is basically more on cardio, like walking, I have seen a decrease of at least 10 millimeter mercury on their systolic and diastolic function. Again, this is being religious and being really strenuous about activity. But the point here is when you're doing exercise, it actually increases the demand of oxygen nutrients sends towards these working muscles, right? And as you can see, the one that does that is the pump, which is the heart. And this actual action or activity makes this heart stronger in terms of the muscles, the pumping, thus putting less force in your arteries and actually reducing blood pressure. And again, American Heart Association actually had proven this, that people who perform exercise 30 to 45 minutes of aerobic again, exercise daily had produced lowered blood pressures on readings and also increasing the maximal oxygen intake. The thing here also, when you exercise, you lose weight. So as we all know, there's a correlation between higher weight, higher blood pressure. So when you burn more calories, meaning you get into this calorie deficit, you actually break down these energy stores of fat, thus losing weight. And also, as we all know, fat clogs up the arteries because now it can lead to actually higher blood pressures when that happens. And there's so many studies that actually I can tell you out there. And it's always a plus when you say exercise relating to better blood pressure.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, no professional or expert out there, or even non-experts, are going to say don't exercise. That's
right.
Everyone pretty much knows that that's an accepted fact. And look, we're not saying don't do resistance training, don't lift weights. We're not saying doing that. You just referred to the specifics of cardio being how it benefits in just walking or whatever in those three areas. So as always, Dr. Nario, we really appreciate your expertise and the time that you spend with us. It's Dr. Nario at Biointegrative Health Center. You can check them out online and see all the different treatments and things that they do. And you can probably contact them there. So thanks for being with us, Dr. Nario.
Well, thank you, Steve, for having me. As we all know, knowledge is power. And thank you for letting me provide you with the edge in longevity and health maintenance, which I call the biological edge or the bio edge.